They look at me now and think I always had confidence, like I walked in every room believing I was heaven sent. But they never saw the kid sitting alone, questioning why everybody else seemed to fit while I was wrestling with a brain full of storms and a heart full of doubt, trying to scream for help but never letting words out. Used to stare into the mirror, wondering what I'd become if I end up just another lost soul that came and went numb. Teachers said potential, my classmates said joke. Every dream I spoke out loud felt like it went up in smoke. People laughed when I rapped, said I'd never make a song, told me get a real plan, told me I didn't belong. But they didn't understand what I was trying to survive. They only saw me breathing, they didn't know I was fighting to stay alive. Didn't know about the nights I was staring up at the ceiling, trying to make sense of every scar and every feeling. Didn't know about the anger, they didn't know about the pain. Didn't know how much I carried every time that it rained. Didn't know I lost pieces of myself along the way, just trying to find a reason I should wake up the next day. See, music wasn't a hobby, music it became survival. Every verse was a battle and every hook was a revival. Every beat was a therapist sitting right beside me. When nobody understood, these headphones would guide me. I could take every regret, every fear, and every scar and turn it into something beautiful and put it in the 16 bars. And maybe that's the reason I'm still standing right here, because music gave me a purpose every time life disappeared. When my head got dark and I was sinking too deep, music was the only thing that could put me to sleep. When the pressure got heavy and my chest couldn't breathe, music was the voice saying, Kyle, please don't leave. So if you ever hear these records and you wonder why I care, it's because every single lyric pulled me out of despair. It's because every microphone became another lifeline. Every notebook page became a reason to survive mine. And while the world kept judging from the outside looking in, I was learning how to heal through every song that I penned. People hated on me, laughed at me, called it a phase, but they weren't there for the nights I was lost in a haze. And they weren't there when I felt like the whole world was gone. So they don't get to tell me why I hold on to these songs, because these songs held on to me when I couldn't hold myself, when I was mentally drowning and asking for help. And through it all, one person never switched sides. Dustin was there through every low and every climb. When I doubted myself, he believed when I couldn't. Saw something in me when I thought nobody would. When I talked about quitting, he talked about tomorrow. When I got trapped in sorrow, he helped me borrow a little bit of hope, a little bit of light. A reminder that the story wasn't ending that night. That's my brother, that's family, that's more than a friend. One of the reasons I kept pushing when I wanted it to end. And my cousin, man, that's my biggest supporter for real. The first one to tell me everything I wrote could heal. The first one to blast my songs like they were classics, making me feel like these dreams were completely unrealistic. That's the stuff people miss when they talk about success. The people picking you up when you're emotionally wrecked. The people that see greatness before the crowd does. The people who love the dream before anybody shows love. Every scar got a soundtrack, every setback got a comeback, every dark night got a verse attached, every broken memory got a purpose attached. I used to think I was cursed by everything that I've been through. Now I realize these battles gave me something to give you, because if somebody's hearing this and they're barely hanging on, maybe they'll hear my story and decide to stay strong. Maybe they'll realize pain doesn't mean it's the end. Maybe they'll find their own version of a beat and a pen.